Good afternoon. My name is Adrian Edwards. Today I'll be discussing motorcycles and their role in self-improvement. Struggling to reach goals, stay motivated, and develop good habits? In today's world, you're not alone. These challenges with self-discipline have persisted since the 1920s, the start of consumerism. However, today a potential solution has emerged: motorcycles. Riding motorcycles can reduce cortisol levels by 28%, making them less a means of transportation and more a biological tool for regaining self-control. As highlighted by Fiera et al., connecting with others through third places, separate from home or work, is the most important source of meaning, purpose, and motivation in our lives. Motorcycles can facilitate these third places through group rides, charity events, and clubs, providing opportunities for diverse individuals to come together and foster a sense of belonging. Furthermore, the Office of Surgeon General of the United States emphasizes that critical health and societal importance of social connections, identifying the lack of community as a significant public health crisis. This situation underscores the urgent need for change in the U.S. society, where motorcycles may offer a valuable solution. This prompts the question: to what extent does riding motorcycles serve as a tool for self-improvement among Americans? To answer this question, the health benefits must be taken into consideration. Riding a motorcycle isn't just fun and exciting, it also offers numerous health benefits. Accident scene management emphasized that when riding, our bodies release adrenaline, which triggers the production of endorphins, hormones that boost mood. Endorphins increase pleasure and decrease pain. Additionally, the difference between transportation by car and by motorcycle is comparable to that between meditators and non-meditators, or an alertness level similar to that from drinking a cup of coffee. Alongside accident scene management, LeBlanc and Paul highlight that motorcycles can enhance situational awareness and reduce stress, citing a UCLA Simmel Institute for Neuroscience and Human Behavior study that found a direct correlation between hours of motorcycling and improved situational awareness. As mentioned earlier, motorcycle events like group rides, charity events, and clubs offer opportunities for people to connect and build relationships. Robert A. Powell notes that American motorcycle culture began almost immediately after the first motorized bicycle frightened a pedestrian or spooked a horse and buggy. Since then, the industry has created numerous opportunities for connection among a diverse range of people. Despite societal stereotypes of motorcyclists as non-collegial fellow citizens, the American Motorcyclist Association describes the community as being split between the fringe and the 99% who behave respectfully, bringing credit to the sport. The study finds that this unique mode of transportation serves as a means for giving back through charity work and impression management, fostering empathy and personal growth. Further supporting Powell, Kimberly Mass reports that brotherhood is linked to the biker code, where motorcyclists prioritize helping fellow riders. This unconditional support fosters happiness, which increases the likelihood of pro-social behaviors such as helping, volunteering, or donating, creating a cycle of positive energy that benefits others. Many bikers interviewed for a project shared that their reasons for riding included seeking adventure, temporarily freeing their minds, feeling a sense of freedom, connecting with nature or the world, and simply enjoying their hobby. All these aspects allow individuals to practice and share social bonds. Social relationships like these are crucial for long-term health. A longitudinal study shows that poor social skills are associated with 29% higher risk of heart disease and 32% higher risk of stroke. Considering all this, it is clear that motorcycles benefit both physical and mental health. Though these effects are significantly beneficial, dangerous road conditions for motorcyclists make it extremely risky to operate them as intended. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, also known as the NHTSA, however, has the power to mitigate such issues. The NHTSA has the authority to issue federal motor vehicle safety standards, to mandate safety features for motorcycles and passenger cars. This bar graph from Science Direct highlights how participants believe motorcycling affects psychological factors such as stress, depressed mood, and anxiety. Overall, most responses fall under makes better or makes much better, especially for stress and depressed mood, indicating strong positive effects on emotional well-being, while anxious mood and tension also improve. Categories like fear and insomnia and intellect showed more neutral responses, with fear being the only category with a slight negative impact. This suggests motorcycling is generally beneficial, though its effects vary across mental health factors. However, some drawbacks occur to the technology. Automatic braking often struggles to detect motorcycles. A study conducted by the U.S. Department of Education highlights that the systems detect motorcycles roughly 26% later than full-size sedans, a life-or-death difference. Additionally, such safety requirements would add an average of $1,929 to the cost of producing passenger cars, affecting buyers nationwide. By addressing the core cause of accidents, rider loss of control, and motorist inattention, the NHTSA could provide safer environment for not only motorcyclists, but all roadway users. Since the list of limitations outweighs the implications, I developed a stronger solution. Minimizing death rates is only the beginning. Discipline among Americans must be addressed. Goal, habit, and motivation discipline can be addressed through the American Motorcyclist Association APEX initiative. This structured mentorship would use a milestone tracking program that applies digital logs for skill building, paired with a peer accountability system in which veteran riders mentor beginners, creating a combination of personal goal setting with a communal hobby. However, the Kelt and Cycle of Gear report notes that the high cost of entry may become a financial barrier as initial investments for new riders often exceed $5,000, potentially limiting the inclusion of lower income individuals into the program. Although initial investments may be steep, the American Society of Training and Development highlights that having a specific accountability appointment with a committed partner would increase the success of their goals by up to 95%. Furthermore, studies by Dr. Ryan at Tohoku University demonstrate that motorcycling would improve cognitive function and reduce stress, supplying the mental energy necessary to sustain long-term motivation. These are the sources I used. Are there any questions?
Yes, thank you. Okay, the first question, how did your research question evolve as you moved through the research process? Did your research go in a different direction than you originally planned?
So towards the beginning of the research process, I originally planned to write my report on the cultural aspects motorcycles provide. Still, the lack of credible evidence influenced me to broaden my research question in order to work with a variety of evidence.
Thank you. And the next question, what advice would you have for other researchers who consider this topic?
My advice to other researchers who consider this topic is to keep your ideas open to change. Due to limited variety of evidence, you may need to make changes to the original plans to keep a smooth flowing, reliable report.
Thank you very much.